You know, the more and more I dig through these old figures that I need to unbox, the more and more I realize I have a lot of Cobra figures from the G.I. Joe Classified series. Hey, it's James from Mission Collect, and it's time to unbox this Cobra Viper from the Python Patrol and the G.I. Joe Classified series from Hasbro. I got to tell you, the Viper's always been very, very cool. Loved this edition of it. So let's open him up and see what he looks like. So I have to say I love the accessories that we get with this guy. You got your Cobra backpack here that's going to go on his back. Interestingly enough, for a character that has a visor, we got some of these vision goggles here as well. The heavy artillery here, weapon, which I think is interesting. It comes with a separate clip that you can load into here, which I thought was very, very cool. And then, of course, you've got your standard pistol that a lot of these G.I. Joe and Cobra figures come with. But this thing just looks incredible already on its own. Anyway, the great detail work, especially on the belt here. You've got your holster here on the one side. You've even got some binoculars that are attached there as well. But I've always loved the visor on the Vipers. And I actually think it helps with posing when you've got figures like this, because you don't have to worry about like an awkward eye sculpt or anything like that. And yeah, as far as the range of motion goes, pretty amazing as usual on these figures. Got a nice little bend there. Legs, no different. Ankles are always really important, especially when with these Joe and Cobra figures, when you're posing them, because I feel like if you want to get them down into those crouch positions, sometimes for tactical poses, you've got to have that ability. Chest articulation, a little stiff, obviously, because if you see, you've got a little bit of a vest here. So the chest articulation is a little bit stiff, a little bit rigid. I don't think that's going to be a problem with this guy, though, but let's pose him and find out. Not going to tell you how many times I knocked this guy over because it's embarrassing, but I will tell you that once you do get him in position, he looks pretty darn good. And I can't wait to post more photos of different poses with him. But as you can see, you can get the big weapon in both hands. You've also got the other weapon that you could choose from. The backpack looks good, and it actually goes on easily, which is not something that I could say for a lot of G.I. Joe Classified series figures. As far as the backpacks go, they don't always go on as easily as this one does. The goggles fall off a little bit if you don't place them exactly in the back of the head there. You got to really get them low to get them to stay on. Other than that, I mean, he looks incredible, especially if you wanted to get a couple of these and have a good battle scene going. I think that would look really, really neat. You've also got the bats that you can team them up with as well from the Python Patrol, but I'm loving this Cobra Viper G.I. Joe Classified series. This is number 42 with the Cobra Viper from the Python Patrol. I was really excited to add this guy. I might have to get him a buddy so I can get some good battle scenes going. Check out the Instagram for more photos of poses with this guy, and of course, like and subscribe if you want more videos.